You have a laptop, a mobile phone, TV, music system, washing machine. These are things we are using for different reasons and they have their own purpose. These are things they don't have an active brain sensory organs. But as humans, we have got an active brain, heart, sensory organs, and feelings. We humans understand what is pain. We have got analyzing abilities. We have emotions. What if you are in the time when you were not considered as human? What if they don't understand that you have got feelings and your feelings got hurt? What if you're abused and trashed? What if your pain due to exploitation is not taken into consideration by anyone, not even the jurisdiction? How would you feel? Hello all, welcome back to my channel, Be Kind to Every Kind. Slavery was a system existed in many cultures dating back to early human civilization. In this system, enslaved people were treated not as humans but as property or commodities to be bought, sold, and exploited, and this was legal. In the last minute, when I asked you to think about situations, it was just a glimpse of slavery. The reality was far worse and unimaginable. It is said that slavery started in the year 1619 in Virginia, North America, when 20 African people were brought to British colony on an English privateer ship. It started with 20 people until 18th century. They brought 12.5 million people from Africa to work as slaves in British colony. All this time, from 16th to 18th century, people were kidnapped from African continent and transported thousands of miles across Atlantic in a vessel packed with hundreds of people called human cargo. They were shipped to British colonies in these large containers, especially designed and built to transport human slaves. Compartments were added below the deck to accommodate more humans, and nets were installed around the deck to catch the slaves who tried to jump off the board and die rather than live as a slave. These people were not supposed to wear proper clothes, shoes, and not supposed to have any possession, which will be stripped before boarding. On the ship, men and women were separated by barricade. These people were forced into slavery and exploited to work as servants in the production of crops like tobacco and cotton. There were restrictive codes prohibiting them from learning to read and write. Their behavior and movements were also restricted. Iron shackles were used on enslaved people and iron masks and collars to prevent them from eating crops. These masks make it difficult to breathe and often tear the skin. Human zoos. In 1899, the masters brought African natives and used them in human zoos, where they were kept in cages so that masters can get paid for the shows where people walk around the cage looking at them. Few masters sometimes put the slaves on auction and sold to the person who bid the most money, splitting the family members. Kids of slaves would sometimes sold to people for the entertainment. Masters used to sexually exploit the enslaved women and will be brutally punished if tried rebellious. Disobedient in the sense people who talk about their rights were tortured, beaten, and whipped. The end to such horrifying systems started on the moral and religious basis. The movement started with the belief and quote that everyone is equal in the eyes of God. With this belief, people started forming anti-slavery societies. The movement to abolish slavery was led by free black people and was supported by William Lloyd Garrison, founder of the radical newspaper The Liberator, and Harriet Stowe. And activism started on this belief and helped at least 40,000 enslaved people reach freedom through a practice called Underground Railroad. This cannot be possible without humanitarians like Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass, William Seward. My salute to these great humanitarians who took a stand against their community for the right thing. My intentions behind making this video is not to share historical events, but to help you understand the importance of freedom, the struggle humans have gone through under the feeling of supremacy of few people. Millions died just dreaming, hoping for a free life. This video is for when you truly understand the meaning of enslavement, when you empathize with these people who have suffered till death. Only then you will really appreciate the freedom you have got and understand the importance of freedom in the real sense. Only then you will realize, be it human or non-human, shouldn't go through this hell of enslavement because of one feeling called supremacy. Because every being on this earth deserves freedom.